Good morning everyone and welcome back to my week 3 progress video on MOUNJARO UK 2.5mg. Now, what a week. So, have I lost weight? Well, the answer is yes, no and maybe. So let me just explain. So last week I weighed 182.9 and today I weighed 182.8. The lowest I've been this week was 181.7. So that's about a pound from last week. But I think the reason for my fluctuations is that my period has started today. I have PCOS, so my periods are irregular. I had a feeling that it may have come. I was expecting it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just depending on what I thought I had ovulated. So the fact that it's here, I'm really happy about, because with anybody who suffers with PCOS can tell you, tracking down that period is not easy to do. So I think that may account for why my weight has not really gone down that much this week. The reason why I say that is because from last Wednesday, my weight has bounced from basically 183.5 down to 181.7 and back again, like every single day. Like it's never gone above or below that number. It's just gone between them two. And I think that it's a combination of water weight from my period, a little bit of bloat. Like I'm really bloated today. I can feel it. It's hurting. And I've also been doing a fair bit of exercise, which I'll talk about in a little minute as well. So I'm not too bothered. Technically, I could say I've lost a pound if I'm going off my lowest weight, which I know a lot of people do. They don't count, they just count their lowest weight that week. They don't count any fluctuations. So I'm going to go ahead and say I lost 1.2 pounds. But technically no. But I don't know. Next week we'll have a better picture, I suppose. Measurements have all stayed the same apart from my lower belly. My lower belly has gone up 1.5 inches to 43 inches now, and that's because I'm just swollen from my period, so I'm not concerned about that. That's normal and expected. I will say that what I have found, because this is my first period since I've been taking MOUNJARO, and I will say that what I found is that my cravings, normally when I ovulate and when I have my period, my cravings are insane. And those are about the times that I would binge, have no self-control, just basically just feel like it's really hard to describe. It doesn't feel like you. It just feels like you're in autopilot mode and you're just eating whatever you can find. This week, can honestly say I wasn't too sure if my period was coming because I haven't had a lot of cravings. I had 2 biscuits yesterday with my cup of tea, which was the first biscuits I've had probably the entire time that I've been on MOUNJARO. So I was like, I just fancy a couple of biscuits. So I had a couple of biscuits and that was me done. So that was quite nice. And other than that, I felt a bit hungrier, but I've always made a better choice. So I've had extra apples, I've had an extra green juice. Looking back, I can't really think of anything that I've eaten and thought, oh, I probably shouldn't have eaten that. So I'm really happy with that. That I've managed to not binge for the first time ever around my period. So that's really lovely. Makes me really happy and just gives me loads of hope for the future on this medicine. Like, even, I know I shouldn't say this, I'm probably kicking myself for saying this, but even if the scale doesn't move or moves incredibly slowly, if things keep going the way that they're going with how I'm feeling, how this drug is working on my body in other different ways, I'll be incredibly happy. Just not having that food noise in your head constantly 24/7 is just so much better for your mental health. Another thing that might be worth mentioning with the weight staying the same, I'm fairly certain it is my period, but I've also really picked up my exercise regime. So my current regime is I'm doing 20 minutes of cardio, 10 minutes of strength training with dumbbells, then I'm doing 5 minutes on my core, then I do a 12-minute glutes, then I'm a combination of half an hour stretching and yoga, and I'm doing that 3 to 4 times a week. And I know that strength training, people say that you can get a bit of water retention in your muscles, and so I exercised Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I had Thursday off. It's now Friday. I'm going to be doing some exercise. So I've only had Thursday off for the break, I suppose, and my weight did drop back down again today from what it had been. So I think it could be water weight from muscles and from period. But again, I don't want it to seem like I'm really questioning it and I'm wondering why I've not lost loads of weight and all of that stuff. But I'm fairly certain that if it's not water weight, then it's just a stall around my period, and I'm convinced that next week it will just start going again. But we can talk about that next week. Other than that, that's pretty much everything that's happened this week. It's been a good week. Eaten really well again. I've upped my protein intake again because I've been doing some more exercise. I'm probably doing about an hour and 15, an hour and a half of exercise a day if I can. So I'm upping my protein intake because especially I'm trying to build my glutes because I don't have a bottom currently. The strength training, I'm trying to build muscle, so I'm eating that protein, and I'm prioritizing protein first with everything that I eat. So if I'm hungry, I'm like, eat some protein first, and then we'll see. So yeah, the only other thing is that on Monday there'll be a new video coming out, because I have finished my 2.5 milligram pen. As you can see, it's empty. There is no liquid in there, and that's because I managed to get the 5th dose out. So on Monday I'll be releasing a video on the 5th dose, discussing it all. It'll be quite an in-depth video, and it will also, in that video, will have the 2 methods that you can use to get out your dose from your pen. So there's the using the extra syringe, and then there's using the pen itself but breaking it. And I do both of them in the video that's coming out on Monday. So if you have any queries or any questions, or you're just intrigued about this 5th dose, you'll definitely want to check that out. Anyway, that's me done. Just wanted to say thank you again so much for everyone being here. I love you all very much. Hello to any new subscribers and any new viewers that I hear. If you are a new viewer here, please consider subscribing if you like this content, and it just lets me know that you want me to keep making more. Again, love you all. Have a great morning, great day, great evening, great week, whatever you're doing. I hope it's great, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care for now. Bye bye.